So, hi, I'm Velvet. I'm going to do a small tutorial on how to do avatar contacts, like in the most simple way. So, I already have two set up right here, but I'll show you how to make one and implement it into your avatar. So, what you're going to want to do first is just decide what you want to do as like a contact. So, what I'm going to demonstrate is like an eye poke prevention sort of system. So I'm gonna create my one animation here, and then I'll just duplicate it for the other one and use the opposite values. So for my eye poke, I'm just gonna do blink right. I'm not gonna turn it up all the way. I'll leave it like there. But then you want to copy and paste. If you don't know how to make an animation, this probably isn't the tutorial for you. But now that I have my animation, I'm going to. Let me look. So on the first frame, I'm going to have it set to 88, and then on the second frame, I'm going to just have it set to 0. Oh well, I did it backwards. So I'm going to go to that animation that I made, wherever it may be. Here it is. Turn off loop time because it's more than one frame. And I'm going to go to my parameters. Actually, I'm going to make the contact first. So I'm going to go to my head ref. I have a few on here already, but to make this work, I'm going to turn this one off. This like big head one. That one's just going to be gone for now. I actually don't know if I could just... whatever. But I'm going to add a VRC contact receiver, and it starts off really big. Just make that smaller. You can make it a sphere or a capsule. So for this, you'll probably want to make it a capsule. Then rotate it 90 degrees. Oh, that's position. So this is kind of like a tube going into the face. So just turn that down. Then you're going to want to adjust the position to like wherever your right eye is. I think that's in the eye. There. That's like in the eye. So turn that down again. Probably doesn't even need to be a capsule actually. So nose is a capsule because it's like a what's it called? It's like a boop on the nose. So just adjust it to where you need it. Trying to get it closer to the actual eye. There you go. So now this is basically telling my avatar that whenever finger index gets too close to this, it'll make my eye close. So the parameter is going to be on proximity, and then I'm just going to name it eye poke right. And then I'm going to go to my animator. This is my FX layer. I'm going to add a bool, and then I'm going to name it the same thing that I named it right here. So it's going to go there, and then I'm going to do move it up with my other avatar contacts just so I'm organized. And I'm going to drag in this first. So I'm just going to name this reset. Then I'll just leave that how it is. Turn off right defaults. Make a transition from the reset to the animation, and then transition back. So turn off has exit time. You're going to want to leave transition duration just so it like actually plays the animation and doesn't just jump to having the eyes closed. But now I'm gonna go, I think I accidentally named the wrong thing. I guess I did. It didn't save my name. So eye poke right, whenever it's true, it's gonna go down to the eye poke animation. And then whenever it is false, like it is here, it'll go back to the reset. So, one more thing you have to do is, because we made it a 2-frame animation, you're gonna want to have it like basically play backwards. So it's the same animation on and off, but this one's gonna play forwards because it's the reset, and then this one's gonna play backwards to go to the value. So we're gonna put -1 for speed. And now, if you have, I actually don't know how to test this in Unity like properly, other than just taking it on or off. But if you have Luma, it makes it a little bit easier. But if I go here, I see that I have, these are my, what's it called? These are my avatar contacts, so I can't actually go through the menu and toggle them because they don't exist in the menu. But you can see here that it doesn't really work that well if you check it on. Oh wait, actually it does. For some reason before it was not doing that for me. It would just turn on and off. Okay, well, this is what happens when her head is patted. Like if you touch the top of her head, sides of her head, her ears, she gets like these cute little heart particles and her eyes close. And it'll also disable blinking. And I do it through this. I do it through the tracking controller, so eyes and eyelids are actually animation, and so they won't blink. And then boop. Yeah, see, this is what it does for me. So this is when you touch her nose. So when you touch her nose, her eyes will cross and look at your finger, and her mouth will open like, oh. And then when you close her, or when you... Okay, well that one doesn't work. Maybe I have it set up the wrong way. Oh, it's because it's... Wait. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm on the wrong one. Because I didn't set the layer weight to 1. Don't mind me. That's also another thing you have to do. So, if I go here, her eyes should close. Whenever your finger gets too close, or whenever somebody else's finger gets too close to her eyeball, her eye will close. This doesn't work that well if you have multiple avatar contacts like I do. You'll have to readjust the size of them because it will just take the closest, like in proximity to it. So you can actually see right here, if multiple senders are detected, it will give you a closer value. So basically, because my eyeball is kind of in the same sphere, if you get too close here, and then you go if you go into the head one, it'll just make both of her eyes close. And then they will stack on top of each other and all look good. But this is pretty fun. I have enjoyed working with it. It's also pretty simple. I also think I set up the wrong eye blinking here. I did. I set up the wrong eye. I set up the wrong eyeball. Should be on this side. I don't know my rights from lefts, but that is how you do that. And now in game, it should just, somebody pokes your eye will close, and so you can't get poked in the eyes. And then if you want to not blink, what you can do is you can go to this animation block and add a tracking control. And then eyes and eyelids, if you check on animation, you will not blink. But it doesn't apply only to that eyelid, so it only really works if both of your eyes are closed, or if you want both of your eyes to stay open. So your avatar won't blink if somebody is holding their finger in your eyeball, but both eyes won't blink. So your right eye and your left eye won't blink, and so if you pay a lot of attention, then it might not be the best. But I have it set here on my head pat, so if somebody's petting my head in a mirror and I'm chilling, I'm not blinking. So that is how you do that.